Good evening, everybody. It might not be evening when you watch this, but it's evening at my house, and I'm tired. And I have coffee, so this is our coffee and theory time. This is for sight reading. This is for honors chorus. Guys, you all made Superior last year. Do not freak out about the sight reading part. You have a huge leg up on the competition. You've done most everything that they're going to ask you to do, minus rest and leaps. And we're going to talk about them. They're super easy. Things to remember, since we're not going to be reviewing these in class for another week or so. Whole note gets 4 beats. Ta-o. Now you don't have to do Takadimi, but you got to make sure you hold those notes out for the full duration. Like for a half beat, if you're on that same beat, ta-o. Quarter note gets 1. Ta, 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 ta. And then the 8th note pairing, remember 2 of those fit into the ta, into the quarter note. So if we got that beat, toddy, 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 toddy. And again, same thing with rest though. It's 2 beats of silence. So a half rest, which you might see on this sight reading example at honors chorus, is silence for 2 beats of silence. Or quarter rest is don't sing. Nothing there. Silence. Right here is an example of how those might look on the staff if it pops up as that rhythm in your sight reading example. Next thing you need to worry about, that was Schnitzel saying hi to you all. Movable do, and now my wife's staring at me, and Schnitzel's still saying hi. Movable do. Just remember that no matter where the starting note is, it will always be do. If you look down here, this first one, the do is on this C down here. It goes do, re, mi, fa, mi, re. What I did is I took this melody and I moved it up to a new do. It's still the same. This is an example of what the movable do system does. Do can start anywhere. Okay? But remember, if do starts here on this line, or this is not fa, this is a new do if it's in a different key. But don't worry, just understand that it will always start on do. It will always end on do, it will start on do, and end on do. If we do an exercise in class that does not end on do, don't panic, it will end on do in that sight reading room when you're auditioning. Leaps. This is the new thing. This is the thing you don't need to worry about because it's super easy that we've done sort of in class before. Remember on leaps to think the note in between. We're going to do that in a minute. If you can do that, then you can sing any leap that comes your way because you're going to have plenty of time to practice it beforehand. So, for example, if the leap is from do to mi, you're looking right here, I should be highlighting, think re in between. If the leap is from mi to sol, think fa in between. So, the next couple of exercises, and I will be singing to you through this microphone, you're welcome. Use the following exercises to work on leaps. These first 2 are just some warm-ups that we typically do every time we get ready to sing. These will help you hear those leaps so you know what's expected. The first one is the ones you really have to worry about, the do, mi, sol, mi, do. The second one, do, mi, sol, fa, re, ti, do. What I would suggest doing is just singing through these before you do any kind. My wife's telling me that I need to slow down a little bit. Okay? We need to, I'm dialing it back. Hold on. The caffeine's getting to me. Do, mi, sol, mi, do is going to be your best friend. And always use your hand signs. Hand signs help. You know, do is like a rock, re is like a ramp, mi is like a table, fa thumbs down, sol is like a wall, la is like a hook, ti one finger, do is like a rock. So that first one, this first example right here, I'm going to highlight it before I sing it. Not the whole thing, just that first one, is do, mi, sol, mi, do. Sing that over and over and over again. Get the idea. Those are the 3 leaps, the leaps that you will be responsible for. It will either be do to mi to sol, sol down to mi, or mi down to do. Those are the 4 leaps that you could possibly see at honors chorus. You won't see these other ones. But remember, practice. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. Always do that. The next one is just a few more leaps added in, just to help your ear get better acquainted with them. And it's do, mi, sol, fa, re, ti, do. I'll do it one more time. Do, mi, sol, fa, re, ti, do. And I realize my hand's moving out of range of the screen. But you get that. You guys know your solfege. So the next little thing I've got here for you kind of splits the page. Sing each series of notes. So down here, I've got 4 series of notes. Once you can sing the pattern, sing the first note, think the second in your head, and then sing the last note. Okay? And then when you can do that well, then go to just singing the first note followed by the last note. So if we're looking at this first one, do, re, mi, we're going to start out going do, re, mi. You're going to sing that. Once you can sing that pattern, which you all can do, I know you can, you're going to think re. So I'm going to just highlight re. So I'm going to sing do, think re in my head, mi, and sing the mi. So it should go do, mi, do, mi. I'm not singing re, but I am showing re on my hand signs. Once you can do that, you should be able to go do, mi, and you automatically know re is there in between. You have to hear that space in your head between the do and the mi. Do, mi, simple as that. Coming down, though, is going to be the trickier ones. Going up's easy, we do that all the time. So if we're on mi, so it's mi, re, do, 3 blind mice, whatever. Think the re. Mi, do, and also if you wanted extra practice with this, you could go do, mi, do. You could go up and then back down, thinking re each time. And then eventually you should be able to just go mi, do. Super simple. Mi, fa, sol. I'm doing all these for you because I want you to do well. Mi, fa, sol, mi, fa, sol, mi, sol, mi, sol, mi, sol, mi, sol. Super simple. All you got to do is use your brain that you all have. You have brilliant brains because you can do this. Think the fa in between. And then we have coming down. Sol, fa, mi, and then just think fa. Sol, mi, sol, mi, sol, mi. It's that simple. Do those. If you can do those, take 3 minutes a day and just sing through these patterns, you will not mess up on the leaves. Now, going on. I have now, if you're going through this sheet, there are a lot of sight reading exercises for you to practice at home. Let me drink some coffee. I'm going to help you out with the first one. So for each exercise below, be sure to establish a key. Pick a starting note and sing a scale from do up to sol and back down. So because it's late, I'm going to pick a low note, and I'm going to pick do. And so I can go do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Or to get that key going, I can add the practice of going one of these two. Do, mi, do, or do, mi, sol, fa, re, ti, do. Doing any one of those three will help you establish that key, but I would always start with going up to sol and back down. Things to remember when you are sight reading. Practice the way you want to do in that audition room. Do not stop singing. If you stop singing, you will mess up. If you stop singing, you will get lost. If you stop singing, you will lose a lot of points. Don't stop singing. Next thing it says, switch from solfege to singing laws if you need to. If you are in the middle, and let's just say you have to sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Well, you get to sol and you forget what sol is. You go do, re, mi, fa, la, 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 la. Follow the notes, switch to la until either finish it on la or switch back to solfege when you know that you're at a note that you know. Switch to la. Don't stop. Stopping, bad. Going, good. Practice dynamics. Now on this sheet, I did not include dynamics on this, but we will work on those. This says on Monday. I'm going to go ahead and change that. We will work on those. There's going to be dynamics, but we practice that every day with the warm-ups we do. I add dynamics. Y'all just don't realize it. And keep a steady beat. Just like y'all were doing this morning, this afternoon we were practicing. You just keep that a steady count. Okay? So I'm going to walk you through how you need to address this when you get into that room. First thing, remember, we're looking at number 1 right there. It starts on do. It will always start on do. First of all, recognize any tricky rhythms. And yes, these that I'm giving you right now are more difficult than what you will see there at Honors Course. Okay, I'm making these more challenging to help you. It will start on do. Okay, if we're looking ahead, nothing challenging in this first measure. It's just do for a half note, re, mi. Then we have this quarter rest. We got to watch out for the quarter rest. And then we have our first set of eighth notes. So this could be a tricky, these two middle measures are going to be tricky because one, you have a quarter rest, followed by ta-dee, ta, 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 ta-dee, ta, ta. Okay? So you got to practice the rhythm. If you should have rhythm down pat, rhythm should not be a problem at all. So once you've recognized any tough situations, you need to start at the beginning, sing through it, see what you can do. What you should do, instead of just singing through it, take your time and say, okay, do. And I got re, mi, rest, and I got mi, re, do, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, do. And notice right here you have that opportunity of rest to think the re in between. So once you know the solfege, you're good to go. Go back and try it. Establish that key. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And you're going to start on it. And so you know your solfege, you've gone over your rhythm, then you try and sing it through the entire piece without stopping before attempting it with the judge. So this one would be simple. So I've got my beat. Do, re, mi, re, do, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, mi, do. Simple as that. So again, we have leaps. Watch the leaps. Work on it. We're going to do this so much, though, in extensions and after school that you're going to be professionals at this. Okay. Looking at the next one. The same thing applies. It still starts on do. Not the same do as this one up here, but still do. You have do, re, mi starting out. You see this rest? Recognize all those challenging spots. This is a leap. Notice it's not that stepwise motion like do, re, mi. Then you have to go back down to do from mi. Use that quarter rest space to think re. Okay? And then you have Schnitzel, the puppy. He's protective. We have those eighth notes, followed by another leap. This leap's a little bit more challenging. This is the sol down to mi. You got to think fa in there. Don't forget about the fa. These first couple exercises build into that for you. And then we have another quarter rest. So we've figured out the rhythm. We've seen where the challenging parts is. So if I want to sing this first four notes right here, to practice, I'd establish the key. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And so I'd practice that tough part. Do, re, mi, do. Let's say I went do, re, mi, do. That's technically re. So I'd go back and it's like, okay, I sang re instead of actually singing do. So I'd go do, re, mi, do. Do it until you get it right. And then I'd do the next part. That's just another tough little section. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi, re, do. Practice until you get it perfect, and then say, hey, judge, I'm ready to go. And then you count it off. They'll give you your starting pitch. They'll do a couple little things with you. You can go, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, mi, sol, mi, do. Do, mi, sol, fa, re, ti, do. Make sure you stay in that key. And then we count. You give yourself a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, fa. See, right there, I messed up. And I stopped, which is not what I should not have done. Don't do what I just did. Don't do what I just did. So you got that steady beat. Starting back at the beginning. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, fa, sol, mi, re, do. My wife's staring at me again. Anyway, my time is running out on this video. Watch this over and over again if you need to help you. This is the best resources I can give you instead of just sending you somewhere randomly to do this work. Do this. Go through the other exercises in the worksheet. We're going to be doing this. If you have questions, ask me. You guys are going to do great. Keep working hard. Keep working on that piece. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my coffee and then go to bed. Have a lovely evening.